Alright, take three. Doing this Take Care album review for Drake's sophomore release, Take Care. No, I do not have an album cover to show you because I did not actually purchase the album through a store. I got it digitally, but whatever. Support Drake. Alright, let's get right into it. Is Take Care better than Thank Me Later? In my opinion, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Just because when I weigh both the albums against one another, I ask myself, if I get stranded on the desert island, which album would I take with me if I could only take one between Take Care and Thank Me Later? I'm throwing Thank Me Later off the fucking plane. I'm taking Take Care with me instead. And this isn't just some initial review where I bought the album, listened to it one time through, and then I want to shoot a review. Nah, I've listened to Thank Me Later multiple times all the way through, which is the way I think people should do reviews. You don't just listen to a track one, two, three times and that's it. You don't grade an album that way. You grade an album to see if 1 week later you're craving to hear it again. 1 month later, if you can still play the song. Because we buy albums all the time, or we acquire albums all the time, and we'll play a track on the album and never hear it again. We'll never even want to listen to it again. But we'll do a review and call it the greatest album in the world, like people do with a lot of Lil Wayne stuff, but when they put the album back on, they only want to listen to, A Milli or She Will, not the whole album. It's not like, where I'm going with it, but Take Care's got enough tracks where I can literally sit down, hit play, turn shuffle on, and just be cool with it for a good hour or two if I'm just trying to chill or relax. Uh, Let me start with why I like this one track, Headlines. Keep in mind, yeah, I come from a real jazzy background, so you may not agree with, but nonetheless, I like Headlines because I like sometimes where artists they'll do a song, in rock, they have solos and all that, but in a lot of hip hop, you don't have just songs where they just let the instrumental ride out. You see some artists do it. The Neptunes do it on a lot of their tracks. With NERD, Jay Z. If you listen to Rock Boys at the end, where the horns go, they just let the instrumental take over for the last minutes of the song, or the Doors, Riders on the Storm. But there's some tracks where they abuse it, where you listen to a 3 minute instrumental and you're like, is the motherfucker gonna sing again or some shit, But on the song Headlines, not on the album version, but if you watch the video, you get to the end of the song and it does this. That's the wrong one. Here it come right here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you can do that to a song 2, 3, 4 months, even a year after you've initially heard it, that's a good song. It's a song that it sticks with you. So, which is why Headlines, I gave it a 5-star review, that one track, and then I go into the other tracks. I'm giving a 5-star review to off the album. So we got Headlines. I'm giving Take Care 5 stars. It was funny to see him make this song with Rihanna, and then later on in the album, you got the song Camera where he's going at Rihanna again. You know, just listen to the songs. I'm not gonna play a sample from each and every one of them when you're sitting on YouTube and can just pull one up and hear the whole thing. Marvin's Room, the Stalker's Room, as I like to call it. I guess Drake got trashed one night, and I don't know, thought about he wanted this bitch this bad, and just started writing a song, and it's all right. It's good, but it's overplayed to the point where I can't listen to it no more at this point. But I like the freestyle at the end. That I forgot the name of his guy that comes on at the end, but yeah, he killed that freestyle. Um, Underground King, the number one song on the album for me. And I think the reason why it's the number one song is I haven't seen it overplayed by MTV or have a video or anything. There's just some tracks on the album that don't need videos. And Underground King is that song. It's kind of like what Light Up was to Thank Me Later. Underground King, just stop my review and go listen to it. Underground King by Drake. That song is fucking beast. It's about Drake's come up and it's good. Just listen to it. Listen to it now. But Make Me Proud featuring Nicki Minaj, another 5 stars. Lord Knows featuring Rick Ross. And I don't like Rick Ross, I'm not his biggest fan, but he makes good music. But what I like about Lord Knows is we finally see Drake jab at all the haters who claim, he only makes songs for women. And he said something along the lines of, I only make music for niggas that get pussy, and the ones that don't are the ones I count on to diss me, something like that. But when he said that shit, I laughed my ass off. I really did, cause yeah, it's true. Because I mean, a lot of people that I hang with who listen to music and actually like Drake, they get laid a lot. The ones who don't like Drake, this is just the people I hang around. Not necessarily saying if you don't like Drake, you don't get ass, but people who get a lot of ass like to listen to Drake for some reason. I guess because we feel him a little bit more in a lot of ways. But that shit had me laughing just from personal experience. I mean, in my experience, it's true. People who fucks with Drake's men who fuck with Drake, listen to him and just cool. Yeah, man, it's good shit. They get laid a lot. But men who don't get laid a lot, "Man, I don't really like Drake, man. Yeah, Drake ain't no gangster. He's fucking wheelchair Jimmy on Degrassi, and he don't hide that. He don't, he's not a what correction officer claiming to be a big time Miami drug lord like somebody we know, but Drake, he's just him. And in the current state of hip hop where everyone has to be a studio gangster, it's good to see someone just come out and just be them, regardless of where they from, regardless of the fact that he's Jewish from Canada, was wheelchair Jimmy on the grassy and all that shit. He's just making music, and he's making music that a lot of people enjoy. But that's a whole different topic. I like the Doing It Wrong. Camera. I think I said that one already. But Doing It Wrong is good. It's more of an R&B track. It's one of the ones that Drake really he sings on more so, and he talks about how just people do the way loving and all that is done wrong nowadays. People getting divorced all the time and shit. But anyway, hell yeah, fucking right. I like the ride. Drake talks about basically his rise to stardom and all the shit he went through. You know, to get through it and all that other shit. I like the ride. I like that one a lot. The only track on this album I would not give 4 stars. I'd give it 3.5 as practice. And I don't know why. It just that's the only one. And when I can walk away from an album and say I only gave one track 3.5 star and the rest of them were above, that's a good fucking album. You know, the day anyone can do that with a whole album, especially nowadays where people don't make albums, they make singles, make 10 bullshit tracks and throw 2 singles on there and call it an album. This is a complete album. This is the Drake album that we wanted Thank Me Later to be. You know, Drake is not a gangster. He doesn't portray himself to be a gangster, people. So please get off his dick with the gangster shit. I mean, really. Let the man make his music, make his money, and keep making music. Y'all want to go at someone for being a studio gangster, go at Rick Ross. I mean, really. I mean, they got evidence that dude was doing this thing, You know, they got the man Baby Mama on camera saying that, you know, he's a studio gangster. You know, I'm not dissing on Ross. I'm just saying I don't see why motherfuckers come at Drake all the time. With Drake, don't he doesn't really fuck with nobody. I mean, he may be fucking they wives, but he don't really fuck with nobody. But whatever. Take Care, great album. Underground Kings is the number one track on that album, in my opinion. You're entitled to your own. Love Drake, hate Drake, whatever. It's just my opinion on the overall album. I still listen to it months after, and I'm gonna continue to listen to it, especially Underground King. You think differently, leave a comment. You know, make a video, drink cyanide. I don't give a fuck. It's just my opinion, y'all. Love each other. Peace and love to the world.